with 4-H for Hawkins County, and then in terms of today's station, we are doing our Wildlife Day. So that's going to include a pollinator discussion with TWRA. We have our pelts, our skulls, our scat for like wildlife identification, which will be out in the yard. And then we're doing some tree identification too. That's one of our stations. We do something different every day. So when we got it started last year, we partnered up with Parks and Rec, and they're kind of the lead on the majority of the day here at the park. And then we bring in some leaders, teen leaders and junior leaders, as well as host an educational session every day.
Okay. So what would you like youngsters to walk away with as far as information? What knowledge would you like them to acquire today?
A is going to be just knowledge of what's in the world around them, you know, pollinator education in terms of how to care for our bees, not be afraid of them, know their importance, know why we need them in our environment, but then also recognizing our beautiful, I mean, we live in a beautiful state, recognizing certain trees that are nearby and what those are, also recognizing different wildlife that are here and what's their importance and what's their purpose. So knowing what we have here can turn into a great hobby, an interest, possibly a career one day. I know they're little, but you know, something they see at park days may be something that they find as a great hobby or even a job one day.
Okay. What kind of skulls do you have?
That is going to be dependent on what's in that box. I know we have a coyote, we have a fox, typically we have a squirrel, bobcat, so some of our mammals is what we have. A lot of it is knowing what's out on your property. You know, a lot of our kids, they go hiking, they go out in the woods, and well, they're just kind of walking through and looking at trees. They don't think about looking on the ground and saying, oh, this was here. A lot of them live on bigger tracts of land, and you know, they go down by their creek and there's things there, but until like you really bring their attention to it, they're like, oh, a raccoon has been here, that's what that looks like. Some of them farm, you know, they may see a scat or something there that lets them know what predator's been around. So some of it's just the sake of learning, and some of it is predator identification or just that skill that they can kind of see what's been in their environment.
There's a bear nearby.
There is, and we have them now. We see them out on our farm every couple of months. We'll see one wander through. So a lot of deer. They get really excited about seeing deer tracks and things like that. So.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you want to say about what you hope, what you want to accomplish today?
Just really in general for the week, you know, a lot of it is just exposure to different things. We did robotics yesterday. They got some really cool career skills with that. We've got some STEM bubble science coming in tomorrow. So we've had a lot of folks partner up to help us from UT and TSU both. TSU sent all their robotics kits for us. And so the kids are getting exposure to different things, different leaders, and hopefully they'll take an interest and find a cool hobby or even a career path one day. On Monday, we did a service project. We did projects with a purpose, and we designed different flower arrangement and insect crafts that are actually going to go in some floral arrangements for the nursing home. And we do a really big drive for veterans cards for Honor Flight of Appalachia. So we started working on those. We got about 50 cards made for Honor Flight. Got probably another 100 little projects to go in those nursing home flower arrangements. So they got to do a service project on Monday.
That's cool.
3 spoonfuls. One of those spoonfuls is you need to thank a honeybee for the pollination that they done so that we could eat. So the 3 different types of honeybees. We've got workers, we've got the queen bee, right? Everybody knows the queen. And then we've got drones, which are the boys. Workers are female, the queens are female. Okay, so the queen, her job is she's gonna lay eggs, she's gonna make sure she'll lay up to, you know, between 2,000, 3,000 eggs.
Now this pelt is, anybody know what this is?
River.
You already know what it is. The river otter, I think, was reintroduced into eastern Tennessee about 35 years ago, 40 years ago. They're fun to watch. They can become a nuisance. One thing about skunks, they do feed on a lot of insects and grubs. One thing you don't want a skunk to be around very often is a beehive. They will go to a beehive and they will decimate a beehive if they get the opportunity. They'll sit there and eat those bees at every chance.
That's a white-tailed deer. Muskrat. Yeah. Ooh, delicious. I'm scooting too.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. I'm gonna move him down so we don't get them mixed
You don't
up.
want to mix the feet with the doo-doo.
That's right. That's a formula for disaster.
For disaster.
You think their thing is up?
Yes, you should.
You see one of their poo, you think it's a
Bro, this is the
triangulate
front foot.
pole.
This is the back foot of a beaver.
Except for the ones you
Oh
know.
yeah, look
You
at
are welcome to do more than one, but we'll kind of label the leaf that you have. So you all have basswood. And basswood, you don't know how to spell those two words?
Oh look, this
Wood. Yeah, you're good. All right.
actually makes sense.
And you can actually color some with your bald cypress seed. Good.